With me while I talk to you about how to make stay-at-home mom life easier. Some people think it's really hard. Some people think it's easy. For me, it's like the life for me, so it's just kind of normal for me, if that makes sense. But it can be very mentally draining, especially when you don't have any help and how many breaks. I'm a homeschool mom of 4. Luckily, we have amazing grandparents. Like my oldest kids are at grandma's right now with my husband, and he works from home. So like we have a really great setup, but there are times when it's just me. Here are some tips to make being a stay-at-home mom easier. Yes, okay. First tip, care less. Let shit go, okay? Sometimes you're saying no to your kids for no reason just because you're overstimulated. And I find myself doing it too. Sometimes I say no to my kids and I'm like, why am I saying no to that? Like literally, who cares? They want to go play in the rain and like your first instinct is usually like, no, you're gonna get wet, you're gonna get dirty, who cares? Let them be kids. Moms, like, oftentimes we're just saying no to shit for no reason. So number 1 is care less. You know what? Who cares if the laundry's overflowing? Who cares if, you didn't clean the bathrooms before your friend came over? Who cares if kids pick out their own clothes? My kids do. I don't care. Do they match? No. Don't care. Pick your battles, okay? And that makes life so much easier. Seriously, care less. You're behind on some stuff, whatever. The laundry's overflowing, whatever. Like, we're gonna all survive, and it's really not that big of a deal. Tip, get out of the house. Get out of the dang house, because when you are cooped up in the house and the kids are going crazy, I just feel like I'm 10 times more overwhelmed and overstimulated sometimes when we're all home versus when we all leave the house. And I know it can be like scary sometimes to leave with all your kids, but I have found personally that it is less overstimulating to be out, like anywhere. And I have a video on like free outings with your kids, but it is sometimes so much easier to get out of the dang house, and we have like better days. I don't feel overstimulated. Like the kids are fighting less. Like my kids are very well behaved in public. Whether we go to the park or whatever, they get their wiggles out. It's just, sometimes it is so much better to just be gone. Be gone. Who cares what the house looks like? Who cares you didn't make your bed? Like just get out of the house and go have fun. Because you know what? As a stay-at-home mom, like to me, number 1 are the kids, not my house. Yes, am I a homemaker? Yeah, sure, you can call it that. But like, what matters most? Like, what are your kids gonna remember? Mom cleaning the house and making sure that the dishes were done? Or like, she took us to the park and we got ice cream afterwards? Like, they're gonna remember that, And I'll remember that too. And I will have a better day, because I personally do not like cleaning. I don't care. I don't like cleaning. I hate doing laundry. I hate doing the dishes. Like, I definitely love it to be clean, but like, I would much rather leave the house and have a fun day than be home stuck inside, like hating my life. And then everyone overstimulated, I'm yelling, like it's, you know what I mean. Having a loose schedule with a routine. Let me preface this by saying, we wing it a lot, okay? We wing it. Every day is a little bit different, but we have consistency in the skeleton of our routine, if that makes sense, right? So when we wake up in the morning, we never do screen time in the morning. Ever. The kids will not ask me. It's not the thing. Sometimes they do ask and they get a little ballsy, but they know the answer is going to be no. Most of the time we are reading in the morning. I'll like be unloading the dishwasher. I'll make breakfast, and then we're going to the gym. My husband is taking the big kids to the gym. I am getting the baby down for a nap. Like we are either all eating breakfast together. We're like, we can do anything, like learning, whatever. In the morning, they go to the gym, they come home, they have lunch. The toddler goes on for a nap. Maybe we go in the playroom. Sometimes we'll do some screen time when my toddler's down for a nap. Like we have a loose schedule. And I personally feel like that helps a lot. And the days where I actually take the time to like set up an activity, even if it's a really simple activity, our days are a lot easier and a lot better versus like my kids just like free for all winging it. Everyone just gets crazier when we have zero structure, if that makes sense. And then I feel crazy, my brain feels crazy, my husband feels crazy, and everyone's just like a mess, okay? So when we have some sort of loose structure to our days, it makes things flow so much easier. It makes everyone just happier. Every day's kind of different, so on and so forth. But having a loose schedule really does make a huge difference for us. The next thing is the big one. Do all of the cuckoo caca work that you don't want to do while the kids are awake, okay? And what I mean by that, do the dishes when the kids are awake, make the beds when the kids are awake, vacuum the floors when the kids are awake. And I know that is not the reality. Sometimes like you have to do some stuff when the babies are sleeping. But for me, like my rule is I get zero time in the day to myself. And the only time that I get is when I have 4 kids, okay? When the newborn is asleep, when my toddler is asleep. For example, like when my newborn takes her first nap and my husband takes the kids to the gym, that is my workout time. So I will go in the garage and I will work out, and that'll be my me time. I am not going to clean the house at that time, very rarely. I would rather work, get some work done, whatever it is, like me time, okay? Even if I just sit and rot on the couch, when the kids are asleep, it's me time. So a lot of times during the day, or a lot of times when my toddler's asleep, and my newborn's asleep, I will put on screen time for the big kids so that I can have some time too. Sometimes that's homeschool time. Sometimes, you know, it's like me and the kids are doing something fun, like especially if you have like 1 or 2 kids and they're both napping, take that time for you, mom, because it is so much better and it's so much easier. And something else too, the kids usually want to help you with housework. Believe it or not, especially in that toddler stage. My 7-year-old, no, he doesn't. But, you know, he likes to bake with me. A lot of times I will bake and he wants to bake and cook and things like that. So I always try to involve the kids, because more than often than not, they want to be involved. They want to help you bake. They want to help you clean. Like my toddler loves to help me with the dishes. He loves to help me vacuum. Both of the toddlers, okay? Toddler's age is like the prime time for them helping you with stuff around the house. Trust me. Now, in terms of housework, okay, let's talk about housework and how to make your life easier. As something I will say, we don't have a nanny, we don't have any of that, but we do have a house cleaner. Like sometimes doing it one thing a day was helpful, because like I said, you didn't have to like spend all day cleaning, but I still felt like it took up a lot of chunk of time. And I actually preferred to have like one reset day where like my husband took the kids to the park or something when he wasn't working, and then I just clean the whole house. And like sometimes I preferred that versus like one thing every single day, because then I felt like I was cleaning every single day 24/7, and I absolutely hated that. So anyway, long story short, let's talk about the very little things about cleaning. Number 1, don't put it down, put it away, okay? That is my number 1 thing. I try to teach my husband that. I try to teach my kids that. Don't put it down, put it away, because guess what? Everyone puts things down and then I get stuck putting it all away. And I do like think, you know, having some sort of like baskets, like I have like a stair basket, which helps a lot. And I'm cooking breakfast and we're done with the eggs. I'm putting it away. I'm not putting it down on the counter. And that's something, again, that I'm trying to drill into my boys' heads. Like immediately put something away. Do not put it down. And it like reduces clutter by like 80%. Okay. Yes, decluttering constantly, I feel like makes a big difference too. If you have too much shit, you're always going to be cleaning. Okay, clean the surfaces constantly. So counters and floors. Okay, as long as the counters and the floors are picked up, my head feels clearer. Okay, so no, I'm not going to be spending the entire day, all day, every day, 24/7, but there are non-negotiables that I do every single day, and that is the surfaces. So I make sure that the counters are clear, and I make sure that the floors are clear, and the dishes are put away. Okay, those are like my non-negotiable daily things. I kind of like let the playroom ride, because we have a whole loft with a playroom, which is, you know, great that I like that it's in a separate area. But I make sure that the floors are clean downstairs, like the toys are put away, and I make sure that the counters are cleared away, and that makes my headspace feel a lot better. Because I try to fold a load of laundry every single night. Like my husband and I will eat some dessert and watch a show. I'll kind of like relax for a bit, and then when I'm done like eating and I'm just like drinking my tea and he's still eating because he's really slow, I will be folding the laundry, and then I try to put it away that next day. So, and I'm always behind on laundry, but that does make a really big difference. Sometimes my mother-in-law comes over and she does help me and folds all the freaking laundry. She's a queen. Last thing is the dishes get run every single night, and then I put it away every single morning. And you know what? I kind of let the dishes load up sometimes. Like the dishes right now are full. The sink is full of dishes, and it is what it is. I haven't unloaded it yet. I don't give a shit. Eventually. But those are just some tips to make being a stay-at-home mom easier on you, on your brain, on all of that. And I hope that helps. Maybe I can do a part 2 if you guys enjoy this. And yeah.